Good day, guys. As you all know me, as your mentor, Nasdaq Ninja. So, guys, before I can continue, can you please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can get updated once we upload. So, guys, like we said, we're gonna give you weekly update on US30 and NAS100. So, as much as you can see, our chart is already on NAS100. So, guys, this is what we're gonna be doing. As much as you can see, I feel like if you were to be having our analysis from the previous videos, you could be knowing that we are on the third touch now. So probably you know that on the third touch, we always experience a third touch rule, 90% rule of the reversal of the market. You understand? So at the end of the day, with my understanding here, first thing first, you know what I would like to do is that I would like to always allocate my highest point and then allocate my current lowest point. And then after I'll create my diagonal trend because I can see a diagonal trend, that beautiful one, it's a nice one. And then I will also create my other diagonal trend below, which is a diagonal support. So after when I have the two, guys, when I have the two already, I can see that my probabilities. Remember, I told you guys, when you are on a downtrend, expect selling opportunities until you break it. You understand? If you haven't broke it, don't think you'll break it. Because at the end of the day, the other position for failing to pass that position, they had a proper reason. You understand? So there's possibilities of us failing to pass here. So in what way, in a way, by we're gonna say at this certain position here, we will experience selling opportunities. You get the point? And I always say we can never break a trend if we don't have a double bottom. You understand? So at the end of the day, I don't see no double bottom below. So I feel like the market still owes me a double bottom, which is there below. So at the end of the day, I can always pick to touch my entry points here and then wait for the market to reach the bottom side. I'm pretty sure that the market will be selling next week. That's what I'm sure about. You understand? Where am I taking this sell? I'm taking this sell from the 90% rule. You understand? Like I said, guys, if you need more information, check my numbers on the comment section. Always check me on WhatsApp so that you can get the whole fully lesson and understand what we talk about 90% rule. You understand? So at the end of the day, okay, let me fix my chart, my trend there at the top side. Remember, I want a beautiful chart. You understand? I want a beautiful chart and a beautiful trend. Understand? So at the end of the day, most of the people like having beautiful trends, but they don't have beautiful entry points, and which is a problem. So if you can check, right, what I did here is that I gave this first touch and second touch, it already created all the trends that I needed. You understand? I feel like this two touch can always give you the proper trend of the full direction. Because at the end of the day, the market was going to the top, went to the bottom. Here it was our supply, then it gave us a movement, then we corrected our trend. You understand? So as much as we are on a daily time frame, so this is what I'm gonna do here. Understand? I'm gonna create places whereby I know if I touch, there's no ways I won't reverse. Understand? There's no ways I won't reverse. So it's the position where I'm holding trades. If I wanna be on a long-term trade that day, if I'm holding trades, I see that I'm touching this position. I know the probabilities of reversal are there. I'll go to the chart and look for places whereby I know that this place might be the market to reverse going to the top side. So I'll do what? I'll reanalyze the chart again, understand, and see where will the market reverse. Like I always say, you need to have 3 rules while you enter a trade, 3 rules while you exit a trade. It becomes more simple for you to do that, you understand? Because if you don't have those rules, you'll just exit anywhere you see the market reversing, understand? So you see at this certain position, we still have like a zone here which the market is probably reversing now. So if you had this zone, you could have knew that okay, here the market will reverse due to this zone. You understand? Guys, Nasdaq, it's easy. You can see the chart is beautiful. And when the chart is like this, you understand most of the things. You understand? So now we're gonna take it to H4. Remember, I already got the direction on a daily time frame, and which is make it easy for me to say the market will be dropping. You understand? It makes it easier. You understand? So at the end of the day, we have to zoom in the chart and see what is it that we see at the current moment. You understand? So when I come here, I'm going to create my diagonal trend here, and then after I'll try to clone this one and try to create the top side. You understand? I'll try to create at the top side. So like we said, guys, we're gonna try to create at the top side. So at the end of the day, it has to make sense. We don't need trends that don't make sense. So this is what I have at the top side. This is what I have. So as much as I can see I have my first touch here, I have my second touch there. and which is make it two great. You understand? I always say you need to have two touches. So once I have these touches, in my most cases, when it was back in the days, I was gonna create a trend inside a trend, which is I call it a major key. But these days I don't create it because I know the market will probably go there. You understand? So after all, we're gonna do what? Go to 60 minutes time frame. We're gonna go to 60 minutes time frame. It's nice because we already have the direction of the market. So we tend to understand that our entry point has to be here. But as much as the market already hit this position and gave us our sell, it actually means that our entry point has to be here. Why? Because this position here is probably our retest breaking out from this support here. So this position here is just our retest. So we're gonna retest and sell. So on Monday, you can actually like take proper entry. So since our entry point of all of us gonna start here, we're gonna put it here. So we're gonna be taking entries here. Just know that the entries that you're gonna take on Monday, it's gonna be a long-term entries which are gonna take you to the bottom side. You understand? So we can go further more to the 15 minutes time frame and check what is it that we see. Understand? So this is what I see. I see that the market broke this and went to the top, retested, pushed to the top, and then come back, retested here, pushed to the top, and then come back again, passed, and then come back, tested the place, retested, and then did what? Probably here we're gonna be having selling opportunities to the bottom side. You understand? So it becomes more simple for you, and you can always hold the market when it's like this. So currently we're gonna go back to H4 and let the market there on H4. At least if you see everything on the bottom side. You understand? So this trend is there to confirm us that we're gonna be dropping to the below side. So nonetheless, guys, now we're jumping into US30. So now we're jumping to US30. So this is your US30. You can see it has a beautiful chart. Understand? When I'm talking about a beautiful chart, I'm talking about a chart whereby I don't see confusion when I get there. You know, the market is just moving according to order. And if you can check following our YouTube channel, you're gonna see the market is probably going with us. You understand? And it's going to go with us the whole year like that. If it go left, you go with it left, right, left. Understand? Like I always say, you need to follow the market. You don't give the market direction. So nonetheless, guys, if I were to get into this chart, right? If I were to get into this chart, the first thing first I was gonna see, it's a simple procedure. You understand? The first thing first that I was gonna see a supply there. When I see a supply, I tend to understand that okay, fine. There is a supply there, and which is the supply have to give me a bigger movement to the dropping side. You understand? Where's my supply? There's a supply here. Remember, I don't start analyzing here, guys. I'm just showing you that there are possibilities of you getting the direction before you can actually analyze the market in full. But at the end of the day, you can understand that okay, fine. Since you have your supply here, the market will do what will be dropping to the bottom side. You understand? So at the end of the day, guys, I'm gonna remove this supply so that you don't get confused. We're gonna start from a daily time frame, like normally. Like we said, this year we're starting from a daily time frame due to what? Due to the market dropped a lot. You understand? There will be times whereby we start from an H4 time frame. You understand? So we take it here. We're gonna start by allocating our highest point. We're gonna start by allocating our highest point, which is here. You know, guys, the chart is so beautiful. You know, I like it when the chart is like this. You know, the chart is so beautiful. There is no confusion here. You understand everything. So I'm gonna do what I'm gonna give us a diagonal trend here. You know, I'm so worried because we haven't reached our diagonal top side. You understand? But at the end of the day, we're gonna reach it another day because currently now I'm looking for reversals. You understand? I'm looking for reversal. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna create a trend below here. So guys, once I have something like this, I get to be more confident. You understand? I become more confident saying that, okay, fine, the market is going to drop. You understand? The market is going to buy at the end of the day. But once I have my channel, I become more convinced that, okay, fine, at this point, we're going to be dropping. At this point, we're going to be doing certain movement. You understand? But at the end of the day, the fact remains that once I have a channel, I get the whole direction of the market. You understand? Here I can see I'm still left with this piece here of the pie, but at the end of the day, I feel like we're not gonna get it now. You understand? The market have probably moved. The volume now is low. We had a higher volume last week. Like I told you guys, when it comes to pure price action, it's all about volume, time, and momentum. You understand? So you always have to master those kind of things. Those are the keys. So at the end of the day, guys, that's what I have on a daily time frame. I'm gonna be doing what I'm gonna be creating the points that I know once I reach, I'm not gonna pass without reversing or doing any other movement, but not continuing to the same direction. Understand? So I'm gonna put my zones there. As much as you can see, I'm putting my zones based on the previous chart, not on the current previously. previous, you understand? The back side. So I'm gonna put my zones here, because on our current market there's a lot of manipulation, but on the previous is the real one, because you didn't see where you wouldn't see is the right position, but where you were gonna see it's not the right position. I hope you get the point, because obviously they know you're gonna see. What do? They manipulate you. So you're gonna follow the manipulations. So this is how it is. Understand? So as much as I can see at this certain point, remember guys, if you attended my session, you'll tend to understand that, okay, fine. There is a resistance, there is a supply and demand. So once you tend to understand a resistance and supply and demand, you can never get the market wrong. So at the end of the day, we're gonna push to H4 now. So I'm going to look for a position whereby the market started giving us a bigger movement. You get the point, where we started by getting a bigger movement, and which is here, guys. If you can check, the market started by dropping here. So I'll say this position here is probably my supply here. Understand, guys? Like we said, guys, we're gonna upload a video of supply and demand on 20K subscribers. So keep on subscribing. Tell your friends to tell their friends to keep on subscribing. Understand? If you give us that attention, then we're gonna upload that video. So as much as you can see, there's there. And then after here, I can see that I'm having a proper trend below here, which is as a two touch, and I know probably it will give me pressure. You understand? Once I touch that position, I'm going to be getting pressure. So like I have here, I have two touches. So as much as I have two touches here, I know very well that I'm not gonna pass this position here. Why? Because this position is probably my supply. So this position is going to supply me with a bigger movement as it once did. You understand? So believe it or not, the movement will go to that bottom. You understand? So at the end of the day, already I have the direction of my market. You understand? So in most cases, we can always do a reversal pattern here. I see a rising wedge here. So you can always do a rising wedge, knowing that once it breaks, we're going to be dropping to the bottom side. You understand? Knowing that once we break here, we know that we're going to be dropping to the bottom side, guys. So this is my update on the upcoming trades, guys. Nonetheless, guys, let's meet on another video. Thanks.